evening, Mount Pleasant High School class of 2019, parents, friends, family, administrators, faculty, and staff. Some of you I've known since kindergarten. Others I've met this past couple years. And some of you, well, let's be honest, I've never seen you in my life. But it doesn't matter whether you know me or not, because something we all have in common is that you have to deal with me for the next couple of minutes. Lucky you. I waited to write this speech until after I was done in high school. You see, I didn't really know what it would feel like to leave and never come back. It just didn't feel real. It still feels like I'm going to come back for open house next year, get my schedule, compare it with my friends, get excited that we have the same lunch. But no, that's not going to happen. This is the end. We'll never sit in the same class with the same people, laughing over the same thinking. We'll each go our own ways, and who knows if we'll ever see each other again. But one thing that I've noticed these past 4 years is the change in the growth of myself and others. We no longer say words like cringy and aw. Instead, we say more profound things, such as yeet and oof. Yes, we have changed with the social trends of our generation. The high school has changed us in ways none of us could have foreseen. It has challenged us both mentally and physically. We have discovered our passions and reasons why we should choose an alternate career path. Now, I don't know everyone's personal struggles or how you've overcome them, so I'll just have to share a couple of my stories. Freshman year, I was in marching band, and I was horrible. It was a completely new concept that I had never dealt with before. My section leader at the time yelled at me a lot, and I deserved it. But as the sweat from the Texas sun dripped down my back and marching commanders shout at me, there were two things that kept me going. The first was encouragement. I will never forget when someone told me that I was actually doing something right, which made all the difference in the world. Even though it was just for a moment, the heat felt a little less brutal and my heart a little less heavy. We need people in our lives that encourage us, but also people that tell us the truth no matter how harsh. People like my section leader who was not afraid to tell me that to keep my toes up and square my shoulders. To all the teachers and parents and role models, you have had to play both roles, and I speak on behalf of the class of 2019 when I say thank you. You have motivated us to always do our best and have encouraged us to do better. You have made us into who we are and who we are not. We would not be here without people like you. So when you have a compliment or words of encouragement to give, or even a little directive, say it. Don't hesitate to make someone smile and always tell the truth. The second thing that made a difference in the way I viewed those first long months at NPHS was the way I felt when I marched at football games. It wasn't about how good of a marcher I was or how well I played that day. It was about the group effort that went into putting on a show. The feeling of that first breath of air leaving my legs to create a sound as I moved across the field in sync with those around me. Hitting each spot with precision made those long hours of practice worth it. As we practiced, we perfected. Hard work was what made that performance so much better. Although band was just a smaller portion of my high school, the same lesson still applies. What you put in is what you get out. The past 4 years of high school may have been long, exhausting, and made you want to quit. But you didn't. You persevered, and now you are here. The performance of your life is ahead of you. You get to choose what kind of song you want to play and where you want to go. High school has taught me that if you put in the effort, even the sweat and tears that may come with that, you will find yourself enjoying the performance of your life. If there's one thing I want you to remember tonight, I want you to remember that it's all about the dash. These 5 simple words may be easy to remember, but what do they mean? Here's a hint. We've all just experienced our first dash. 2015-2019. We started high school in 2015 and we're graduating here tonight in 2019. But the start and ending dates by themselves do not indicate what we have learned or accomplished over the last 4 years. Our total high school experience is instead defined by what happened between those 2 dates. It's all about the dash. Those who are going into the workforce will immediately begin their life dash, while others will move on to further their education and create another 4-year dash, 2019-2023. As we embark upon this next dash, we know our lives will be changing drastically, leaving friends behind but making new ones. From what I've been told, it will be the most exciting time of our lives. So don't fear the next dash. Embrace it. Have fun when it's time to have fun, but remember to also work hard every day. Also make sure to enjoy the most important dash of all, life. Life is the most important dash. With all its crippling debt, depression, and deadlines, but also some really great moments. Moments of joy, moments of love, and moments of hope. I am thankful that I have shared the last 4-year dash with you guys, the class of 2019. Today is not the day to be saddened by the good days gone by. It is the day to be enthralled by the potential and the future of 343 graduates in PHS. I believe that God has blessed each and one of you with a purpose in life. And it may take a while to find that purpose, but if high school has been any indication of what will happen, you will succeed. Thank you.
Courageous. Salutatorian, Rebecca Elaine Yox.
José Alberto Liera. David Barbosa. Samir O'Neill.
Harper Alexis Daly.